Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, we have some interesting news here that has pertaining to the Carmelo Anthony situation, right? Apparently, what we've gathered is that there has been some lies. The threats that the Carmelo Anthony has been saying that's been going on with them or whatever, and the reason why they had to move has been all lies. They're not true. They have seemed to be false statements, and we're going to be going over that today. So we have this here. It says the truth about the threats that prompted teen murder suspect Karmelo Anthony and his family to flee their 900K gated community home. Now, obviously, we know that the gated community that they were in or been a part of was honestly was they were renting that house already. So it's not like they went and bought the house with the money. It's not like they went out and did all this or that or whatever. It's the fact that they actually it's the fact that they rented the house. So we know that is true. We don't know about the Escalade. The Escalade could also be another thing as well that could have been, bought prior, but the chances are I don't think so. So what we have here is simple, right? So we have this here. It says Frisco cops were called to home April 15th by Andrew Anthony, the suspect's father, around 7:51 p.m. after two Jeeps with teenage passengers were seen driving past the house through the doorbell camera. Within the first minute of this interaction, police Andrew acknowledged the weapons the kids had were play guns. He further described the two Jeeps as having four passengers each, with both white and black males in the cars. Anthony also told police that the play guns were never pointed at them. The incident report says officers caught up with the kids. High schoolers were driving through the area with water guns, looking for their friend in the area to squirt with their water guns, the officer detailed. So what we have here, guys, is a simple of the fact of the the people that are talking about the whole situation where they're under a threat. It was water guns, and the police said that even in the interaction that the Anthony family knew that they were playing with guns, like kid guns, these weapons that are water guns. Like these are not a alarming issue of threat. Yeah, you're in a lot of danger with water guns, toy guns. It's insane. Goes on to say here, subject stated they did not realize Carmelo Anthony's house was right there at first, and that they were only trying to find their uninvolved friend's house. Subject apologized for spooking the residents and stated there was no intent to make contact with them, no offense or emergency at this time. Despite this incident, deemed a non-emergency by the local police, Anthony's family has been very public about threats they have received since their son became the suspect in a murder case. So again, what we have here is just a fact of they're blaming people for saying, oh well, you try to come into our house. Like, well, no, first off, it's water gun, so even they were going to squirt your kid Carmelo Anthony with a water gun, I don't see how this would be how it would be an issue, right? I mean, it would be annoying, yes, but threatening, no. It's stupid. And of course, we have some more of this as well. It says, meanwhile, Anthony, a former football and track athlete, will serve out the remainder of his house arrest at a secret location. The accused murderer has been removed from his family's Frisco house, to an undisclosed location as they worry for his safety, according to a Next Generation network. News released from Monday morning. NCAN, the North Texas civil rights group advocating for Anthony and his family, said the court-approved decision to move him was to ensure his immediate safety. This comes as an alarming increase in death threats, continued harassment, and political intimidation targeted at the family's home have rolled in over the past few days. The nonprofit group claimed Anthony is charged as an adult with first-degree murder, etc., etc. So obviously, they're saying he was a threat or a danger or what have you. It's insane, right? It's quite insane that they're even suggesting this in the first place. It says, no specifics have been shared about those alleged incidents. Andrew Anthony did not immediately respond to Daily Mail's request for comment. Anthony's mother wept as she spoke about the negative attention her son's case has drawn on her family at a press conference last week. We have endured death threats. Anthony's mother, Kayla Hayes, said while her voice cracked with the emotion at the Dallas press conference. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what they may happen to her. Her husband wiped away tears from her face while she disputed what she called lies about her family that have been spread online and vowed the truth would come out when her son has his day in court. Yeah, well, she's the one that, unalived Austin Metcalf. So obviously he will be spending majority of his life in prison. So yeah, moments before she took the stage, Austin's father was escorted out of the event. The family spokesperson accused him of assaulting his own son's memory by turning up to the event for his accused killer. So yeah, we have that here. But here's the other juicy part that we have here. In the area to squirt with their water guns, the officer detailed, subjects stated they did not realize Karmelo Anthony's house was right there at first, and that they were only trying to find their uninvolved friend's house. So, all this stuff. And with the high school, what we want to have here as well is that the remark that we have this here, it says, high schoolers were driving through the area with water guns looking for their friend in the area to squirt with their water guns. Subjects stated they did not realize Karmelo Anthony's house was right there at first and that they were only trying to find their uninvolved friend's house. Subject apologized for speaking to the residents and stated there was no intent to make contact with them. No offense or injury at the time. It was clear, NR, etc. So the reason why I'm repeating this is because this is the remark that they had over the situation. So the Anthony family straight up lied about the whole situation here of what was been going on. So yeah, it's quite crazy on how we're in this situation, right? And then we have another thing too, the last biting of the nail here with Just Gen RX, and apparently this is what happened to here. This guy got a cease and desist letter, which is insane. And he is going to go over it here. Just Gen RX says the spokesman for the Karmelo Anthony family, who has a violent rap sheet longer than Long Island, keeps threatening anyone who goes against their narrative. He said the cease and desist to the wrong one today. So this is what this guy has to say here.
Let me start this off by saying that I meant everything that I said. Threatening to sue me for saying that someone who allegedly put a knife into a kid's heart is evil is baffling. This is what happens when you expose wickedness. Now, mind you, I've been one of the more fair and objective voices in this matter. If the allegations are all true, then it went like this. Karmelo was underneath a tent that he should not have been. He was told to move, the confrontation escalated, but he took it to another level to which there is no excuse. Putting a knife in someone's heart over something so petty is evil. If the allegations are true, then he belongs in prison. Subpoena me. My legal funding is very long, and I am very comfortable in a courtroom.
Yeah, so, like, it's crazy, right? Like, you could only take this as an actual grift here, right? You could only assume that this is what this case may be, because it's insane. Because what we have here is that the Anthony family said there was water guns there or whatever. The father was aware that they were water guns and toy guns, and they were not a problem. And now what we have here is that they took that story, that interaction that they had, and they put it to where they were receiving death threats and lying about it. So I don't know about you, but perhaps maybe the Anthony family is at fault. And if they are the ones actually lying about certain instances and saying that these things are dangerous or bad and they had to move, that's crazy here. Now, they could be being used by the NGN or whatever, right? The network that is doing this, but I highly doubt it here. I don't think that may be the case. But nonetheless, it is not a good look in this regard when we come down to this type of stuff, right? So, be as it may, things are not, it's just crazy, man. Like, the fact that they lied about this, and then now they have their spokesperson, which is Dominic, I may believe, Alexander, is just going out and doing cease and desist to stop talking about this. Just shows how corrupt and how bad this family is being, and how bad, obviously, the spokesperson is. So, yeah, that is crazy. We have a little bit more news coming out with the Karmelo Anthony, but I may not do it today. I may do it tomorrow. But yeah, it's insane here, guys, and I don't know what else to tell y'all. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.